I want to read you my journal. The ego is necessary so we can retain our individuality, but this individuality can cause us to suffer. As the Buddha said, the root of all suffering is attachment. You can have desires, and if you don't care too much about them, you're free. You can think about the desire, and if you don't need it to happen, you enjoy it. We care about how we perceive ourselves. We care about how others perceive us. We care about many details of our lives. All of these thoughts are ultimately something that doesn't matter. Often with time, we stop caring about things that we used to deeply care about. All of that stress and worry was for nothing. Since childhood, school creates a system of grades and ranks us with it, which creates the idea of doing things right or wrong, and to what degree. It also then ranks us against each other, which creates the idea of comparison. Individuality was meant to explore every facet of being for the sake of the experience. But in human society, individuality has become a means of right or wrong, ranking and comparison. The concept of worth is false. You're not worthy just as you're not worthless. There is no worthy. If someone is inherently worthy, it means that someone else is not. But there is no worth. That idea comes from the right or wrong ranking and comparison. Individuality creates separation, which creates distinction, which gives way to the idea of comparison. Maybe we can't get rid of comparison because that's how we tell one from the other. But we can stop caring. We assign importance to things that are not important. This is what causes suffering. If you truly lived from the state of mind that nothing matters, only then you would truly be free. Now, when I say nothing matters, I don't literally mean that nothing matters at all. The taste of your morning coffee matters. How sweet it tastes matters. That's okay. What doesn't matter is what other people think about you. No one's opinion matters. How they perceive you doesn't matter. Whether you achieve success or fail in this life doesn't matter. You should live for the sake of the experience, not the outcome. It's okay to have desires. It's okay to want to be a specific way and want to perceive yourself as that and want others to perceive you as that. But if you give that meaning and importance, then it can cause suffering. Life is to experience for the sake of experience. When we assign meaning and importance to certain things, then our emotions become dependent on them. If you need others to understand and validate you to feel good, then your emotions are dependent on them. Most people are somewhat conscious of that. What they don't realize, though, is if you need your own validation, then your emotions are also dependent on your judgment of yourself. Most people are aware of how much they judge others, but they aren't aware of how much they judge themselves, which is far more. We judge ourselves harsher than we judge anyone else, and harsher than anyone judges us. When I say nothing matters, what I really mean is in order to experience true mental freedom, you need to let go of caring too much about things that don't really matter. So, what's interesting, I really want personally to have complete mental freedom. And what's interesting is if you die right now, you achieve physical freedom. So you can be free of all the limitations that we have in this system of reality. You can teleport, you can manifest anything instantly. You have no physical limitations. You can look exactly how you want to look. You can go anywhere in time. So there's no more physical limitations on you. However, when you die, you're not going to achieve mental freedom. That's something that, I thought that when you die, you're going to just get zapped with knowledge and knowing, and you're going to know everything. But when we look at near-death experiences, when we look at people doing out-of-body experiences, we see that the person that dies is the exact same person that it was before death. So when you die and your soul exits your body, you're still the same exact personality. And what that means is if you're ignorant, then you're going to stay ignorant. If you don't have mental freedom, then it's going to be the same way. What I mean is, if you have, let's say, regrets about your life, after you die, the regret doesn't go away because you're the one that's creating that in your mind. So that's why it's so important to achieve complete mental freedom here, because it's not something that is going to be given to you with death. You need to create it here and then carry it with you over there. And what I mean by true mental freedom, as I explained, is moving through the world without caring, without letting others' judgment of you matter, and without you judging yourself. That's the worst part. I was thinking earlier, everything becomes internal. So even if other people are judging you, that's outside. But then you have to hear that and view that and perceive that through the eyes of self, and then you internalize it. So what do I mean? If someone says something bad about you, then that's them. But then when you hear it and you think about it, now it's no longer, they're not involved anymore. They don't exist anymore. It's just you with you. So you're taking their judgment and what they said, and you're internalizing that and judging yourself based on that. So at the end of the day, it's as if every judgment has to become internal. You're standing at the gateway and letting other people just come in and judge you, but they don't control your mind. You attach to that thought and then judge yourself with it. So we can say every judgment is basically you of yourself, because if other people judge you and you just don't care, it never enters through the gate and you're mentally free. So this is a process where I don't think a physical action or practice is going to give you mental freedom. It's just something that you have to sit down, write about, think about, journal about, and really see why do you even care what other people think, and why do you judge yourself so harshly? What are the things that you judge yourself about? And if you let go of all that judgment, how free would you be? All right, that's it. Love you. Bye.